Got my blue light glasses on. I'll take these off. Technically, I got off of school on Friday, and now it's Monday. And I couldn't even call that a makeup story time because I was so distracted that I was not talking about anything important. I'm trying to decide where I should do this. Like, can I do it right here? I'm thinking of doing my makeup just for funsies because I'm bored and I don't feel like cleaning my house. Got my big old coffee. It's literally filled almost to the top, y'all. Yeah. I got no text messages. That's sad. I washed my hair, but then didn't brush it, so it looks kind of funky. I was annoying my cat while he was sleeping, so he left. Okay. So I got a whole stack of makeup over here. Got my makeup bag that's stuffed and my makeup bin that's stuffed. So, wait. My mirror. Wait. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm just kind of going with it. My coffee, I made like skull-shaped coffee ice cubes. And now that they melted, I need like a smidgen more of creamer. But I tried to encase the coffee skull into like a sphere, but the ice was cloudy and you couldn't see, so it was kind of sad. But the idea was cool. I lost my cats. Also, my other cat, she's kind of mad at me because well, first of all, I have a defense here. She's so stinky. The one day, she was so stinky. And I'm like, actually disgusted. So I wiped her down with a baby wipe to see if that would like stimulate her to clean herself, because she has not been cleaning herself. She got dandruff worse than usual. She's stinky and all this other stuff. So I wiped her down with the baby wipe, and then later she came out with her fur still ruffled up from when I wiped her down with the baby wipe. I'm like, Ivy, you're disgusting. Clean yourself, please. Give yourself a bath or I'll do it to you. And I know she hates that, but if she's stinky, she's stinky. Perfect. Okay, so now another dilemma. What foundation am I using? I also have this spray-on foundation, but it's like really dark. It's summer. I'm allowed to be darker than usual, right? Yeah, bro. Let me spray this away from my coffee. Oh. Oh, wait, this actually... I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. So far, so good. So, I don't know if I told a story about prom or not. I don't think I did. Prom was a while ago. I have no room for anything on this table. I'm on the short side of the table instead of the long side. Oh. Yeah, because this foundation is yellow when my face is red. But when you blend it in, it's not that bad, I don't think. So, prom. I already posted prom pictures. I posted the ones with just me, and I was gonna collect photos of my friends and post photos of my friends. But I don't really have a lot of those. So I wore a pretty blue dress. My aunt came over and helped with my hair. I did my own makeup. Then my other aunt came over, took some pictures of me. Like everybody. My mom, both my aunts, and my grandma came, and they were taking pictures. Then we headed over to the promenade, which is where we enter the prom. We were waiting for quite a while in a very, very long line, and they actually messed up the seating arrangements. Originally, the seating arrangements and the walking order was that we would go out a boy and a girl, because my friend was dating my other friend at that point, and then they broke up, and it was iffy. So then, to make her feel better, I decided to switch it to have 2 girls and 2 boys walking together. And that should have been simple, but apparently my one message to change the order turned into 3, and it confused the lady that was setting everything up, and she put the 2 boys together, and then put me and my friend Ash by ourselves. So I was like, what is going on here? So then I had to get the cards fixed to get us all rearranged and everything. And then I went back and waited in the really long line until they called us up. And we walked out all nice and pretty. And then we entered into the first part of the prom, which was just like a bunch of food. How was that place even set up, dude? Oh, okay. So we actually passed the room that the prom was going to be in during our walk and entered a little side room where we had, like, appetizers. There was, like, some sort of vegetable that I don't remember what it was, but Seth had some of those. And then they had tea that tasted like watermelon for some reason. I don't know what was up with that. And water. I didn't like the watermelon tea, so I was drinking the water, even though I usually don't drink water. I gave it up because I was thirsty and I needed something. Not bad, girl. Not bad. And there was, like, barely anywhere to sit during this little appetizer moment. So we were standing up, like, losing our minds because we had to stand up in our tall shoes and uncomfortable dresses. So, yeah. And then we had to be in this appetizer room while they took the runway out of the way of the doors to the prom. And then we went into the prom. It was like dancing. It was really loud. I'm not gonna lie. I keep saying that. It was really loud, but it was okay. It was okay. Okay, what do I do with my eyes here? Where's my orange at? It's in here somewhere. So we were waiting. We accidentally got food early because they were calling the numbers quite quietly. And we saw, like, one table from our side get up and go. So we just decided to go. And then they called our table, like, 15 minutes later. And we're like, oh, whoopsies. So then they were serving food that was, like, not really my vibe. But they had some options. So I ended up eating, what was it, chicken with my hands. It's like, there was like tendons? No, not tendons. Some part of the chicken that I didn't want to eat. And I was having issues ripping it off with my fork and knife. So I just used my hands, and I was like, well, I already got chicken on my hands, might as well just eat the whole thing with my hands. So here I am in this beautiful prom dress eating chicken like a barbarian. It's kind of funny, not gonna. It's kind of funny. And then, because Seth is literally a carbitarian, dude, he was eating bread, and I think he had one other thing, but I don't know what it was. And you know the last video I posted, that one spot that I couldn't get working, that's where I accidentally put the really dark orange pigment. Let's go from here. It doesn't look bad. It looks kind of good, kind of iffy, you know. But it ain't gonna be perfect, because I got like not the best quality makeup, and also my skin's kind of covered in acne. Where was that? Oh yeah. And then I forget what my other friends got, because they were dancing on the dance floor while me and Seth were just like sitting at the table like bums, because the music wasn't actually that good. And also there's like, it was like, the dance floor was kind of small for the amount of people that were there, so we were kind of intimidated. I actually look really cute. We took some pictures, traumatized my friend because I don't know why, but I was just being like real mad flirtatious. I was flirting with everyone. I was flirting. Bro has a crush on me, by the way. And I was flirting with him when I usually don't, because I know he has a crush on me. But this day I decided to flirt with him because I was flirting with everybody. I was just in a mood, y'all. I don't know. We were on the dance floor for like 10 minutes, not even. That's how long we lasted up there. And then we say, bye, we leaving. And then the last like 10 or 20 minutes, 10 to 15 maybe, I don't know how long we were out there. But we were sitting in the hallway, like that hallway that we entered in, instead of in the room because the music was too loud. Ash called her boyfriend, and I was ignoring her because I don't like her boyfriend. And then the little trolley thingy came and brought us to after prom. At first we were walking around exploring. Yes, ma'am. First we were walking around exploring, and then we found an art room where we started painting. Wait, we got food first. We really wanted coffee, but the coffee maker had no water and we had to wait for someone to fill it, and that took forever. I blame my lack of coffee for what happens after we painted. After we painted, we all got up and fell asleep in the hallway. Like, there was like this random corner with like a door in it that had like a decoration so nobody went out the door. We did actually witness somebody escaping the after prom to go do something with his girlfriend. We actually witnessed that. Like, first bro came, check-in, like, you think anybody's out there? Checked. And then we went to get coffee. Came back. No, we went to get like snacks or something, because I already had coffee at that point. While we were in the painting room, I got coffee, but it was way too late. Like, I've already hit my point where I'm about to fall asleep. So I had my leftover coffee, and then I guess I went to get snacks. Because when we came back, then Seth was sitting on the floor still, and he's like, they actually left. I'm like, what did he say? What did he say he's gonna do? Did he say, yeah, he did? He legitimately told Seth what he's going to do, and I'm like, why would he do that? Oh, it's actually really dark. Ooh. So yeah, we were all like sleeping on each other in the hallway, like literally like a pile in the hallway. I'm not even joking. That was funny. What is this? Why is it's pink? I thought this little sheet of paper was white. It's pink. Look at that. That I threw it that way, but it went this way. Weird. My pale neck and then my orangey looking face. Yeah. I'm gonna leave my under eyes alone for now. This is my all-time favorite eyeliner. What's it? Perfect Precision eyeliner by LA Girl. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I think it is, because I don't actually remember, but I think this is the one that I liked. And I don't know, I don't know what the issue is, but when I get like super tired or like anxious, something happens. I don't know what it is. At first I thought they were seizures, but then I was like, maybe it's not, because I'm like fully conscious, low-key. So I went to the doctor about it, and she said that I was gonna have to get like someone who's seen it to explain what it looked like, or to get a video. And I was like, because they kept happening, I was like, hey Ash, if that happens again, take a video. And it happened again, so she took a video. Here it is. Yeah, so it was weird. And we caught a video of it. And then afterwards, and then we like kept like falling asleep, waking up, getting food, falling asleep, waking up, talking to each other, falling asleep, waking up, getting food, and then falling asleep again. And then in the midst of our sleep, we hear over the announcements, like over the microphone, the people saying that the after prom is going to end early. So my mom, while we were in the painting room, she called me in a panic. Where are you guys? And I'm like, we're at the after prom. What? And he's like, they called me. Somebody called me and told me you never showed up. I'm like, what are you talking about, Ma? So then I had to go up to the signing in place and be like, hey, hello. It's like when I walked in, they asked me for my grade but never asked me for my name. So they didn't mark me as there. And they called my mom, like, your child never showed up to after prom. And she's crying, low-key. She's crying on the phone, like, where are you? And I was like, Mom, chill. Like, you hear the music? We're at the after prom. You hear all my friends talking? Yeah. I say all my friends, like there wasn't only 4 of us. And then, my mom tried to fall back asleep after that obnoxious wake-up call. And then, fast forward, we get the announcement that the after prom is going to leave early. So then we all have to call our parents and be like, hey. Well, actually, I was taking everybody home except for one of us. The one who I didn't take home is the one who we forced to play Skippo with us on the last day of school. So I was taken home. Ooh, I just wrote on my leg. I was taking home Ash and Seth. I forget who we took home first. I think we took Seth home first, actually. So I had to call my mom and be like, hey, they after prom's leaving early. So then she couldn't fall back asleep after the call. And then now she's like, well, I can't go back to sleep now because I'm going to have to leave in a couple minutes to go get y'all. So she didn't get much sleep, but it's fine because the next day her dad was driving up the road with her so she could sleep in the car. But she still didn't really sleep in the car that well because when other people are driving, she's like, ah! And when she's driving, she's like, ah! Like, she does not do well in the car. Like, there was one time I drove with her and never again. Never. That was bad. I was like, your job is to close your eyes and don't talk. And she kept open up her eyes and be like, nah! I'm like, chill. That guy is all the way up there. I'm not gonna hit him. Chill. And then she even yelled at me, like, stop! So I just stopped in the middle of the road. And she's like, well, you can't stop in the middle of the road. Keep going. I'm like, Ma, shut up. Like, I'm sorry, but be quiet, please. That was the roughest drive I've ever had. Like, annoying me. Like, girl, you're gonna make me get in an accident if you don't be quiet. So then, it was freezing outside. So when we were waiting to get in the after prom, I was like shivering. And I was also having my thingy doies. So I was like standing up, like, falling over low key. I gotta stop saying low key as well. So, dude, where was I? Oh yeah, dropping people off in the car. car. We were falling asleep in the car, and because we were so tired, we were low-key. And because we were so tired, we were acting like we were drunk. We're talking, and we're like, and we're like talking nonsense, by the way. And it was funny. So first we dropped off Seth. And he's like, I don't want to go. We forced him out the car. Get your butt out my mom's car. Go! We pushed him out the car. And then it was just me and Ash, and we were talking junk. I accidentally cursed in front of my mom. And I was like, oh, like I corrected myself, but I still cursed in front of my mom. Whoopsie. And then I had to help my friend get her junk out the back of the car. Carried it inside, and I said goodnight, and then I left. And then I went home, and for some reason struggled to fall asleep, even though I was falling asleep the entire after prom. Is that a bird or a bus? Today is the other townships, the other school districts' last day. Because we took days off of our spring break, so then we wouldn't have to have our graduation into Barefoot, which is a country music festival in Wildwood. Because there's a lot of people that are, like, going to it, and they didn't, and everybody's parents were calling, like, with all these snow days and junk, my kid bought a ticket for the Barefoot, and they aren't gonna be able to go because graduation and stuff. So they decided to take from our spring break, which was fine. We're chilling. I just got that all over my eye, bruh. After Christmas, I went on a trip to Florida. There was 3 stations on our trip. And we were driving the entire time. The first place we went was Disney. We made plans to go to Disney a while ago, but there were multiple reasons that it kept getting moved around, and we had no clue when we were actually going. Then we finally found an official date, and we went. Stayed there for like, I don't know, 3 days. Maybe 2, I don't know. And then we went to my cousin's aunt's house. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was the aunt of my uncle that married my aunt and then died. They married a while ago, but he died recently. Stop turning off, dude. And I just wiped away my makeup. Hold up. Just use the spillage. Oh. Ugh. And then, in the midst of us visiting this aunt, we went. Ooh, yes. That looks good. And we visited the false kid of my uncle. All of my uncle's family lives in, like, Florida, and there's, like, a few of them that live closer to us. And actually, my ASL teacher is a relative of my uncle. My teacher's grandfather was my uncle's father. That's how it went. This is the uncle I'm talking about, by the way. So, my ASL teacher was his cousin, but they never met. Because, I don't know why. under lashes? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Should I try for the egg yolk salt again? Because I mess that up every time I do it. I guess I'll try. I'm trying so hard, y'all. Where's my angle brush? The fridge stopped humming and it made my brain feel weird. Where's my angle brush? Dude. Actually, what is that? I cut my hand during my photo shoot the other day on probably a rusty screw. Okay, wait, actually. It ain't bad. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. Although I think the line underneath could be slightly darker. Oh, what is that? Okay. The egg yolk salt's egg yolk salting. But I think it could be shinier. Let's not mess it up, Junji. Man, let's go in with my little lippy Timty. Yes. I love this color. I'm glad I got this. So this is my makeup look for today. Cute. And my coffee's still slaying. I need to use the bathroom, y'all. Bye.